Hello, and today we're going to talk about wildfires with my teammate Israel Lopez and myself, Raul Rodriguez. So how does a wildfire start? Basically, are there two ways: it's naturally caused and human caused. It's very rarely that naturally caused happens because it can be from lightning and dry fuel like sawdust or really dry leaves. Human causes are the most common one because we don't properly put out a cigarette or do not properly put a placement about a campfire. And that's really wrong. It can be wrong and we can burn a lot of acres and it's really hard to extinguish since it starts. The root of the problem with wildfires that almost always cause the rural places. It happens that it can make a lot of damage about rural places and it perhaps about after the fire, it can perhaps last a decade or even more than a decade. So this forest takes a lot of years to restore, and that's really bad. Constantly because when a fire starts, setting fires in really windy places is very dangerous because the fire goes even faster. The recent wildfire that occurred was here in California in San Francisco Bay Area. Sadly, we lost like 4 million acres because it was burned, and over like 8,200 fires were consumed. This caused a destruction in wilderness, and sadly, our firefighters worked day after day because they were helping human, like us, people, and animals too. And this occurred really badly and caused a lot of damage, and it was really hard to extinguish. And yeah.
Okay, without a doubt, wildfires are a very serious problem. Now, the question is, what can I do? What can I do to avoid a wildfire? Well, here I have three recommendations to solve the problem. Um, okay, it's important to know in which place you can make a wood fire and how to make them. And for this reason, I have 3 points or 3 recommendations about how to make a wood fire. For example, the first point is if you create a circle of rocks, you can insulate the fire, prevent it from spreading through the forest. The second point is it's important to make sure that the um, wood fire doesn't have a lot of firewood because if it has too much, the fire could get out of control and extend along the forest. Okay, and the third and last one, it's the water. The weather is if the weather is very dry or the wind currents are strong, um, it's important to avoid wood fires since these types of climates transform wood fires into wildfires. Next, please. Okay. Um, it's very important that you make sure to turn off the cigars butt before throwing it away. Because if you don't make sure to put the cigar butt, it will be a disaster. Okay, and the next, please. Okay, and the final point is it's very important to throw away any glass because it can be a magnified glass. So if so it can be became a wildfires. That's all for our participation, and thank you.
Thank you.